Welcome to the first official podcast of 2018. We were just talking. We have no idea what number this is.
So this is number one now.
Yes, this is number one because this year it's going to be brand new. We're using a new format. We have a new mic.
New mic.
Yes, so it's very official.
New person.
New
year.
Yes.
New everything.
But everything's going to be very structured, and I'm really excited for the guests that we're going to have on this year. And also, we are going to put this on iTunes. So this is the real Xceleration Podcast. It took us 46 or 50 different tries to get this down. But now we feel like we finally got a pattern down.
Hey, there we go.
And the whole reason we're doing this, guys, is to provide you with the best fitness content, business, wealth, whatever it is we can provide you with, guys. That's what we're going to do. Today's episode is very, very special because a lot of you guys are going to meet this girl for the first time, and you're going to be seeing a lot of her at the gym. So allow me to introduce her. Maddy Couch is from Dryden, Michigan. It's one of the biggest towns in Michigan. Population of what, like 500?
Probably.
Yeah, something like that. She comes from State of Fitness Gym, which you guys probably know by now is the gym that developed me. That's where I got my start at with Justin Grinnell and the amazing staff there. So she comes from what I call it, one of the best gyms in the Midwest, maybe in America, especially with developing trainers. She is a phenomenal trainer, and this is her first week. And things happen for a reason. She contacted me back in November. Her husband just moved to the city of Auburn Hills in January, and just so happened we need a trainer in January, so it worked out perfect. So we are very excited to have her on. Before I go into Maddy's story, John, do you have anything for the week or anything you want to talk about?
Not
Get
really.
off your chest.
I'm good. Awesome. Do you? I mean,
I have a lot to talk about. Yeah, no, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to ask her these questions. She has no idea what these questions are, but we're going to ask these questions the same way to every single guest to get their responses on the spot.
Ooh.
All right, Maddy, do you have anything to say before we get going?
Hi, guys, and thank you for welcoming me to Xceleration. It's been a great first week.
All right. So the first question we're going to ask is, what is the book or books you've given most as a gift and why?
Actually, On Target Living.
Oh, okay. I know that one. I never read that one. What is On Target Living?
I didn't mean for it to be a health and fitness book, but there's a guy who actually is from East Lansing area, Chris Johnson, and On Target Living is all about nutrition and how you get it on target.
Okay. So what book has greatly influenced your life?
For my fitness life, I've read the Grinnell Training Manual,
Okay.
which is a good for life and fitness. And then Dan John has a few good books out there as well.
Okay.
So I really like his stuff. He is very simple and gets it done. It's not complicated. It's not crazy. You don't have to do anything wild. Carry, squat, deadlift, basic stuff. So I really love Dan John because he's so simple. Makes it easy.
So what about life books?
Outside of fitness.
You're sticking me with the hard questions here.
It's on the spot. So it's got to come, boom, right there.
What is... When I'm not reading health and fitness books, I'm reading fun books. Okay. Like totally wild out there. Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, like sci-fi, Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. So that's probably something that should be on my New Year's resolution is to read more life books as opposed to just fitness or totally eccentric and out there books.
I find that super interesting because my wife never reads. Never. And I don't think Kim or like any of the, like Sam, I don't see them ever reading books. So that's why we're so much smarter.
Yeah. So we read books.
No. Honestly, I do see that a difference with, I don't know. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Like I don't have the patience to read a Jurassic Park book, but I have the patience to read like some boring like self-help book.
I'm the same way. Like I don't like, I never read like fiction or anything like that because I'm like, how is this like? I don't have the time to help or to read it unless it's helping me. That's like how I view it. But then like, I don't know.
It's actually one of the best ways to get your focus is to read. Like Tim Ferriss says that, like to read fiction before bed, it like relaxes you.
It takes your mind just totally off
it's like
of
watching
your.
a movie or listening to music.
So maybe my resolution should be that.
Maybe we have to read those books. Harry Potter.
Actually, I do read books with my son a lot. So.
Twilight. I don't know if I'd recommend Twilight.
All right, question number 2.
Anyways, all right. What purchase of $100 or less has most positively impacted your life in the last 6 months or recent memories? Specifics about it.
$100 or less.
Like John, it could be free too. John mentioned
free.
Google Calendar. I mean, I mentioned my light that I use for my videos. Just
anything you used a lot.
My MyZone.
Damn.
Okay.
That is really good, actually.
It was under $100, and I use it for every workout. It made me realize that I actually rest too long in between things.
For those who don't know, what is a MyZone?
A MyZone is a heart rate monitor you wear right under your chest here. Keeps track of your heart rate, and it puts you in different zones. So based off of your age, your weight, a whole bunch of other factors, you'll type it all in there, and it will give you a resting heart rate and a max heart rate, and it will tell you what heart rate zone you're in. So let's say you're sprinting on the Airdyne and you're in the 60% heart rate zone, you're probably not sprinting very hard. So you gotta go a little faster.
This is the beauty of video, because I'll show you exactly what she's talking about. This is my workout. Right there, you see like the yellow, red, blue, or my rest was. And I can also see under that was one of my clients. And I could see John Papp. I could see everyone at the gym, how hard they're working. So obviously this guy in the red is working really hard. So there's your MyZone plug. What? Did I interrupt?
No.
Okay.
Next question.
Next question.
Bring it on.
All right, I'm pulling up right now. We're very organized here. How has a failure, this is a great one. How has a failure or apparent failure set you up for later success? Do you basically have like a favorite failure of yours that like just catapulted you somewhere else?
Yeah. I do powerlifting meets. So powerlifting is squat, bench, and deadlift. And my first powerlifting meet went so well. And I was like so jazzed. My second one, I failed completely on squat. So the squat is your first lift. And if you fail all 3 attempts, you're out. You're done. And that's the first time I'd ever like 100% failed, you're done. Because I've always been an athlete. I've always played sports. And it was crushing. It was absolutely crushing. So in order to come back from that, I had to train harder, get my mindset right. That was, I mean, the issue wasn't that I wasn't strong enough for anything. My mind wasn't there. And then I came back and competed in the Arnold the following year. So
what changed with your mindset?
That was, for some reason, the squat, the other 2 exercises aren't a problem. The squat, it's, can you come back up? Can you get back up? Because the deadlift is so simple. You either lift it off the floor or you don't. You either press it off your chest or you don't. But the squat is an exercise that could totally pull you to the floor. And for some reason, it's just a mind game for me. So I had to break it down, breathe, get my breathing down. And before every single squat, I just have a fight with the bar. It's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to push you right back up. I got this. So it was, that was the first time I totally failed at something. So that was like really like, you're done, get out of here. You can't compete anymore kind of thing. So that was probably my number one.
How do you translate into other areas of life?
That it's okay to fail, because I'm definitely not the type of person who accepts that easily. But it's totally okay because new opportunities arise. Maybe I wouldn't have trained as hard. Maybe I wouldn't have gone to the Arnold. Maybe I wouldn't have had that experience. For those of you who don't know, the Arnold Schwarzenegger started this huge lifting, bodybuilding show and all sorts of stuff. And it's just a big weekend of lifting and bros.
It's like the biggest one in America, right?
The biggest convention / and they literally have like every type of competition you could ever imagine there too.
It's amazing.
They have like fencing, powerlifting, and bodybuilding, strongman, and just random stuff.
Yep.
But it's pretty cool.
That is
like anything athletic and competitive, it's there.
It's there.
So looking back at that, like you, before that competition, you probably just went to the bar, squatted it, not really thinking, but it sounds like you tapped into like 60 to 50 more percent.
You've got to get into a different zone with your mind, because you can't, before I was just like walking up thinking too much about my form. And I mean, I know the form. I know how to squat. I know how to do this. I just got to.
I'm curious, what is that for you? Like some people like music, like some people like get angry. Some people get super calm. Like what is it for you that gets you in this?
You get angry.
Angry?
I have a video of it. I was like screaming.
You're not going to fix this while angry. I think for people listening out there for fitness wise, like John and I will sometimes talk like while we're squatting, like if you could just stop everything you're doing and just think about what you're doing, squatting, benching, even if you're sprinting, if you put a little bit more thought into it, you get so much more out of your exercises. All right.
Next one. So if you could have a giant billboard anywhere and you could have anything on it, could say something, it could just be a picture, any words, sentence, quotes, anything, what would it be?
Love yourself.
Love yourself.
Love yourself. Love your body. Because even, working at a gym, you always get people who want to change, most common is fat loss or muscle gain. But in order to change, you need to love yourself where you're at. Because chances are if you do change, you're still not going to love yourself and you're still just going to want to change. And this comes from a place of, I used to have a lot of disordered eating and body image stuff, especially in high school. And this is why I got into that field, to especially inspire women that love your body, because it's the only one you've got. And just treat it with respect and the results will come.
That's awesome. That is like, if I could drop this, that's really good.
Drop the mic.
Because I think what you touched on is so important. People think that their life is going to be completely drastically different if they lose 70 pounds.
Yeah.
But you're still in the same body, same brain, same everything. So like, if you don't have that foundation of love, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. We got, what is one of the best or most worthwhile investments you've ever made? It could be an investment of money, time, energy.
In my relationship, I've been with the same guy for about 9 years. And we broke up briefly in college. I had like a brief freak out where I was like, I've been dating the same guy for so long. I just need to be free.
Hey, you, we're done.
And then I realized that is the person I want to be with for the rest of my life. And it takes a lot of compromising and time and energy to really make a relationship work with someone. And that's why I'm now getting married. So
you get married September?
September.
Nice.
Yep.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Cool. All right. John, you get the next question?
Yeah. All right. Last one. What is an unusual habit or absurd thing that you love?
We actually have a page of questions.
Unusual.
Unusual habit. Some weird quirk that you have.
What was yours? I can't remember what you said.
Yeah.
For examples.
Essential oils. I'm into essential oils. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like it. I have a lot of habits. I feel like some of them are pretty unusual. I love at the end of the workout to lay with my butt against the wall and my feet up in the air. Or do like some sort of inversion, like headstandy kind of stuff, which you always look like the weirdo at the gym.
That's a good
something outside of the gym would be, I have road rage.
You do? That's surprising.
So when I'm driving in my car and you cut me off, I'm totally that person who yells at you and is like, hey!
Yeah.
Which totally cuts people by surprise. Like, you have road rage? So don't cut me off.
Yeah, road rage. I think you're born with road rage. Cause
That guy has it too.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because we're from small towns. We're used to like dirt roads with like you
This
see
is
one
true.
house on it,
This
and you
is
go
true.
to like down Baldwin. It's like
You're like, ah.
I do agree with that.
But one way I learned to help my road rage for you guys out there, this is going to be way deeper than I probably should go. But I listened to a podcast with, who is that really good CrossFit guy? Not
Rich Froning?
the other guy. Khalipa.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Jason Khalipa.
Owns like 50-something gyms.
Yes.
Dang.
Well, he was on the Tim Ferriss podcast, and he had, I believe, a daughter, hopefully I'm not butchering it too much, who had cancer. And he's like, I'm driving down the street, and like this lady next to me is freaking out in her car because someone cut her off. And it's like, dude, I just sat in the hospital last night till 3 a.m. looking at my daughter who has cancer. Like, chill the fuck out. So like when I told you, I got pretty deep there. But
Perspective.
Yeah,
perspective, for sure.
Because road rage just leads to accidents and me running into more cars.
I also really like ketchup.
2017 count.
Yeah. 5-4. Yeah. Anyways. In the last 5 years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has most improved your life?
Definitely going back to the loving your body, loving yourself. I didn't really have a lot of respect for my body for a while, and it's taken a long time. And I used to be a really intense runner. Like, I would run like 50 miles a week, and I thought that was the only way to be healthy or fit or to get as skinny as I possibly could. And I realized that that's really not what I want in life. I want to be strong mentally, physically. And I kind of found myself in the gym. So lifting weights. I'm going to give a shout out to Brandon Crable here. He was my powerlifting coach, and he is a really special guy, and he helped me through a lot of that kind of stuff.
Man,
so
you and John have a lot of similarities. First off, I'm not going to discount what you said about loving your body and like doing that more. But what ways do you do that?
Well, everyone has good days and bad days. So some days, are better than others, but knowing that I'm capable of so much in this body. So whether you're bloated that day or you ate, too much cake or too much whatever, it doesn't matter. You can always change it. You can always, you're not just set one way. You're not just, okay, I'm stuck this way, I can't change. There's always a way to change, a way to make it better. So having the right mindset in that, I don't know.
That's awesome. I mean, in a way, you kind of forgive yourself. Something?
Yeah. You forgive yourself and you learn that it's not the most important thing in the world. So once you're off of like, oh, being a size 2 is the most important thing. Once you forget about that, you are so much healthier in your body. And then you start thinking, okay, if I'm healthier, if I love myself and I respect myself, I'm going to be healthier mindset. So I'm going to eat healthier foods and I'm going to do more exercising, and all of that just kind of comes into one big circle.
This is huge. I kind of want to talk on this more because hopefully people listen to this, maybe are in a weight loss journey or they're exercising or something. This is something that took you quite a while to figure out.
Yeah.
And I think the mistake that a lot of people make when they come to us, New Year's transformations going on and resolutions, they want to lose 50 pounds and like things are going to happen where you don't feel good about yourself and this. And the one thing I think you showed is that you have pride in yourself. You have pride in the body you have, pride in the body of what you've done. And a lot of people are fearful of pride. They think if I'm too proud of, I'll be accepting of this and I won't move on. I won't progress the way I'm supposed to if I just accept where I'm at right now.
Yep.
Yeah, and then kind of going on that too, like, a lot of times people start out and they lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever, but then they get very frustrated with it because they don't think, because they're thinking, 50, 100 pounds, whatever it's supposed to, like their main goal is. And they, just like you said, they don't take pride in the fact that they lost 5 pounds in a week, which is incredible.
Incredible.
But they get frustrated. And a lot of times, that's where it ends for them, with the New Year's resolutions. Like it's that time of the year, like, these next 2 weeks, like people will be pushing, but then not taking pride in what they have accomplished in that short amount of time. And then they're just like, no, done, so it is very important to kind of realize that you do need to like be proud of what you've done. And even if it's only 5 pounds.
And get in tune with your feelings, how you feel after a workout. You feel good. How you feel after you have ate well for the entire day, you drank your water, you got enough sleep, you feel good. I feel bad when I eat really bad or when I binge and eat a bunch of food at one time. It makes me feel bad. So so go for how things make you feel. If something makes you feel bad, don't do it. Yeah. Something makes you feel good, keep doing it.
I like it.
I love it.
Boom.
Next question. She's doing good.
All right. So when did you graduate college?
I graduated May of 2015.
All right, so this is
Michigan State.
What advice would you give to a smart, driven college student that's about to graduate just for life? What?
Don't sweat the small things. There's so many times where you stay up late, you're cramming, you don't sleep at all, and in reality, it's one test. I remember I failed. I had to take physics as a freshman in college, and I'm so bad at physics. I'm so bad, which is so bad, which is why I'm marrying an engineer, so he can do it for me.
I think every trainer here has failed either physics or chemistry at one point in their educational career. I did. Yeah. He did. You did. Nick did.
Yeah.
Like, Matt almost did.
So bad.
But now we're smart as shit.
So, yeah. Take that.
So don't sweat the small things. I agree with that.
Because I failed my first test, sat on the floor crying, calling my mom on the phone. I failed. I'm gonna flunk out of college, and she's like, "Madeline, it's one test. Like, just pick up your big girl pants and get over it."
Yes.
Who cares?
Yeah. just thinking about the way I just hired Maddie. Did I ever ask you what you got in this class? Like, that's the thing. I've never asked one person their GPA ever. But.
Don't ask for physics.
Okay, what are bad recommendations? Oh, you can go off on this.
Oh.
What are some bad recommendations you hear in your profession or area of expertise?
This could be a whole 3-hour podcast.
I would say that people say to work out harder is always better. And it's good to work out hard, but it's better to work out smart, which I had to learn this the hard way, coming from someone who had so many issues when it came to running. I thought more was always better. And that's not always the case. Perfect form is number one. Mm-hmm. And from there, getting comfortable in the gym. If you're just thrown in there and you're not comfortable doing something, that's not okay. You want to be comfortable with your trainer, with your gym, with the weights that you're using. And we want you to feel comfortable too. So it's important to have that communication with your trainer so that you feel comfortable. So when someone's yelling at you to push, yeah, we want you to push it, but we also want you to be in tune with yourself and know that you need to be comfortable doing what you're doing.
I love it. Yeah, it's really good.
That's big too, because I think we run into that all the time where, someone starts to see success and whatever goals they're trying to reach. Oh, yeah. And then they think, okay, I'm going to add an extra workout. I'm going to add in this. I'm going to add in this. And then the next thing you know, they're working out, 12 times a week and
double days,
going backwards, Yeah.
That's how you get hurt.
Yes, I agree with that.
And exhausted.
To piggyback off what you said, John, I mentioned on my Facebook Live, just wrote my workouts for the week because I'm not sleeping. I mean, you've been at my house, you see my kids and stuff. I have a newborn and a 2-year-old, so I'm not sleeping, and just like my cortisol levels are high as shit. So I was like, John, I need something different. So I went from doing 6 days a week to 3 days a week, full body, and I feel a lot better right now, like recovery wise, all that kind of stuff.
That's awesome.
So just like she said, like I could have just push, like this is what I'm supposed to do, but eventually I probably would have got injured and probably just been more stressed. So yeah. John still needs help with a lot of his form, but he's kidding there.
Don't worry, we'll help you.
One day.
John, you get next question.
Okay. All right. So in the last 5 years, what have you become better at saying no to? Like distractions, invitations, stuff like that. And what new realizations and or approaches have helped, or any tips, kind of with just general time management?
This is going to sound bad, but saying no to drinking, because sometimes people offer you a drink and you don't even really want it.
Yeah.
For me, I only like certain types of beer and certain types of wine, and so I'm not like that big on it. So people would offer me a drink and I would just feel obligated. Like, oh, they're offering me, I just have to drink it.
Especially in your college.
Yeah. But out of college, you just feel, especially if you go to someone's house or if they're taking you out to eat, you just feel obligated, and you shouldn't feel obligated. If you don't want something, you don't have to eat it or drink it. Just because you're at someone's house and they've offered you something, just say no, thank you. It's no big deal. And if they're offended, then maybe you shouldn't be their friend.
I think it's huge for our clients listening, because I'm sure a lot of clients listening had like New Year's parties, all these kinds of parties, and they're trying to lose weight, but I hear it all the time. Well, we're going out with our friends though, and like she's gonna drink these margaritas. You just said it, like, okay, well,
you don't have to.
You don't have to. Yeah.
He offered me wine the other night at his house. I was like, no, I don't want it. And then he made this big deal about it. He's like, you don't want my wine?
Well, I had to drink the whole bottle.
I got to drink the whole thing. And next thing I know, he's jumping on the tables.
It happens. All right, next question. I love red wine, by the way. Okay. When you feel overwhelmed or unfocused, or if you lost your focus temporarily, what do you do?
Well, this typical trainer. I love to work out, so I work out when I'm feeling stressed or I'm feeling it, and I always pick something mindless. So if I'm stressed out and stuff, I pick something that, like, I'm not going to do some heavy back squats, something that I could get hurt on if I'm not focused. I pick something super mindless, body weight walking lunges, sprint on the Airdyne, things that I can do no problem, and sweat it out.
That's perfect.
And if not, then I cuddle with my pets.
What kind of pets do you have?
I have a kitty cat. Her name is Carmi. But my fiance is 2 chocolate labs.
Ooh, there we go.
So,
now you're talking my language. I love
2 chocolate labs.
Perfect. Okay. Here comes the fun part.
Yes.
This is called the fire round.
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're going to ask you some really in-depth questions, personal, that it's going to really let us know who you are.
Okay.
First thing that comes to your mind, you answer with.
Okay.
Top of that.
John, you get the first one.
All right. So, do you have your phone on you, first of all?
I don't.
Okay.
Do I need it?
Dang it. No, we can skip that.
Is that your
Okay.
best?
Yeah.
Okay, you ask her that question. I'll go get it.
Okay. It's pink.
All right. First question. Favorite movie?
Favorite movie is Pretty Woman.
Okay. Favorite song?
Favorite song, Lose Control, Missy Elliott.
Okay. You and Nick would get along well. Okay. Number 3. Oh, here it is. All right. So pull out your keyboard on your phone and then go to your emojis.
Okay.
Now, the most recently used the top. Yeah. Going from the top down in the left column, read down.
Okay, so the laughy cry face, the smooch winky face, so all that. Heart, the smile with the rosy cheeks, and the wink.
So you're just a really happy
So looks
person.
like
Okay, that's perfect. That's awesome. All right, my turn. Man, I gotta change it. How old are you?
I'm 24.
Yeah, this will work, right? The 90s.
Yeah.
If you could be, this is your microphone. If you're in a 90s music group, what music group would you be in?
Oh, I might be in the early 2000s for this.
That's what I was gonna ask.
But Spice Girls are 90s.
Yeah, Spice Girls.
Yeah, I would totally be in the Spice Girls.
Was Sporty Spice.
Sporty Spice. I knew you were gonna ask that.
Right.
Sporty Spice.
Damn, she's good. All right, John.
Do pineapples go on pizza?
Yes.
Yes,
they do. Along with bacon and ham.
All right, John, I'm out of questions for you. You gotta help me. We haven't done this in a while.
All right. We asked quote.
Oh, yeah.
Not quote yet. That was the last one.
What's your favorite quote?
Yeah, favorite quote all time.
I'm not so good with quotes, but the one that was in the gym I used to work at, and it's at the gym here, is you never regret your workouts. Except no one ever. So, yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps up the first 2018 Xceleration Fitness Podcast with Maddy. If you guys want to come to Xceleration and see her train in person, in action, she'll be here. Anything before we go?
Where can the people find you?
Yes.
The people can find me when my schedule.
No, you should. No.
Oh, I was like,
you should follow her on Instagram.
What do you want?
She does post social media if they have questions, like anything like
that. Maddy Couch is my Instagram, and Maddy Couch is also my Facebook. Super simple, easy to find.
Maddy.
Maddy, not I.
Couch.
Couch like you sit on.
Okay. And before this goes to, I got to give a big shout out to Justin and Katie Grinnell, because without you two, she would not be sitting here. I wouldn't be sitting here. So we owe a lot to you guys. We love you. Cheers.
Thank you.